yo, how is everybody? Welcome to the Bearded Messiah Plays. And yeah, welcome to Splash Gordon, which is obviously our lovely little Splash Gordon Moze build and playthrough. So we are currently just piecing it together. So we still need to do a little bit of work basically. And yeah, hopefully it will be all good. Sorry, English. Having my beer and my cup of tea, as it were. So let's rock and roll and see where we end up. Hopefully it'll all kind of work out in the end, as it were. So as you can tell, we've now got camera, which we've added to our repertoire, as it were. So we are going to be currently doing the alt multiplayer. Evening, good evening, afternoon. Well, actually, it's evening for us because me and you are in the same country. So, good evening. So, just wait for it to load in, and let's see what we can achieve with Moze. So, what we need to be doing is basically just trying to whip through the storyline as best as we can. So, let's go. So, we're as far as Eden 6, basically. So we're as far as Eden 6. We've managed to pretty much get most of the early story out of the way. So we can actually start doing DLCs and we can start messing around now. But we're gonna stick with a bit of main just for the minute and see like where we end up. Because obviously main is, well, once you finish main you can basically change mayhem levels and upgrade stuff, and yeah, you can pretty much do what you want after main.
Outlaws? Bounty? That's all I need to hear. Count me in.
Vault Hunter, I got the fire in my breast and a gun in my hand. We're gonna take back the last key fragment, and I figured out where it is. The Jacob's powder cellar.
What's a powder cellar?
Well, that's where my family cascades our signature gunpowder.
So
hidden the fragment in a barrel of Grand Reserve black powder before the Calypsos arrive. Clay knows a secret way to get in. Go and meet up with him. This'll require a two-pronged attack. Vault Hunter, while you infiltrate the cellar, Alistair and I will.
We're about to go up against the Radio.
Tonight we take back.
So that's what we kind of want, is to go up against the Radio.
I'm over by the waterfall when you're ready, Vault Hunter.
We're ready. We're always ready. Always, 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 always ready. We got what we got. Quasar. Don't really want to worry about any of that sort of stuff at the moment anyway, do we? Let's just try and plough through some of the main. Basically as quick as we can.
Vault Hunter, I cannot excuse Aurelia for what she's done to Wainwright and the people of Eden 6. She must answer for her crimes, but she is still my sister. If I could speak with Aurelia face to face, I might convince her to surrender. Enough blood has been shed.
Oh, so that means if we're at Aurelia, then we've got Aurelia to do,
I ask only for a brother's
and
chance.
we've got Gravewood. So let's see if we can just quickly whip through all of there. See what's going down, as it were. And with any luck. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I'm sitting there like, I'm thinking, oh, why am I going to Reliance for? We don't want to go to Reliance, we want to go all the way here.
Over here, Vault Hunter.
And then we'll go here and see Clay.
Follow my lead.
No problem, Clay.
Remember Jacob showed me this little side entrance back in my smuggling days. He was a great man. And I owe it to him to see that the Jacobs Corporation is back in Jacobs' hands. Wainwright will make a damn fine head of the company, assuming any of us make it out of this alive. Let's get a move on. Here we are.
Secret passage behind a waterfall. Classic.
Oh yeah, a secret passage behind a
Jacobs
waterfall.
family loves their secrets. This passage will put you right underneath this stick. Stay smooth, operator.
So yeah, we thought we'd try this out, as opposed to just messing around and doing a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of all sorts and doing some loot and everything. We'd actually run a character, because I haven't run a character for a while, so I thought we'd start with a character to run. I have a Moze that's at level 24 or whatever she is at the moment, so it made perfectly good sense to run her as best as we can. And this is always a good place to start. Eden 6. So
Outlaws. Bounty. That's all I need to hear. Count me in.
Vault thief here!
so obviously we haven't got no great weapons. But really what we need is, that's what we kind of need, is some sort of, we'll take that because that actually might be helpful as towards our because I haven't got, I want to, it's going to be a splash build, so we want we're also going to want some sure where I'm getting shot from. Not always a good thing. At the moment we're just trying to use anything we can get our hands on and just keep trying to build the build, as it were. Because obviously that's the most important thing. It's building it, getting your character up to where you need to get to, and trying to get to level 65 as quickly as you can. So we'll probably run a little bit of, we'll probably run a bit of single, and then we'll run a little bit of multiplayer, not multiplayer, sorry, a little bit of DLC. Because as a good friend of mine told me this morning, when I was online just having a little practice and a little bit of a mess about, just trying to decide what I wanted to do for my stream tonight, a lovely friend of mine said, But he thought it would be a great idea if we started maybe a DLC. Which actually isn't a bad idea. And we can get a few weapons that will just help guide us through into what they're going to do. They guide us through the game, I suppose, a little bit better than what they are at the moment. But we want to get Grave Ward out of the way, because the good thing about getting Grave Ward out of the way, so anybody who's never played or who doesn't know what to start off doing and all that stuff, get Grave Ward out of the way, because as soon as you've got Grave Ward finished, you get artifacts. So it means you can actually have pretty much semi-complete, damn it, semi-complete build. Because it's kind of works in your favour. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to do. Oh my gosh. So let's solve this. And like I say, the quicker you get this bit done, the quicker you get this bit solved, the quicker you get everything basically unlocked, which means you can have a class mod, you can also have an artifact. Class mods and artifacts all of a sudden will change a build from not mediocre, because that's probably the wrong word, but if you'll change from being like an okay to all of a sudden, as soon as you can put a class mod and an artifact in, you're like, oh, this is that next level, basically, which is a good thing. So we'll keep trying. We'll just keep punching through it. We've got a skill point to spend as well, haven't we? So not anything in any of that yet. We want state members. He says fun. We don't think it's fun. So what we'll do is we'll get to Grave Ward, and then we're going to go start DLC 3. As DLC 3 is just a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Moze friendly. And we can knock a couple of DLCs out and it'll just break up running the norm and running all the normal type of builds and gear. We can do that. I don't even think I was using Iron Bear at the moment. We do have a very OP, also a very good character. If you've only just started playing, a very good character to be early game is Moze, because of the fact that she has Iron Bear. So all the time you've got Iron Bear, you're pretty strong. Like not OP, but it's just a very nice way to start. Oh. See, obviously we're not. But there's a few bits we need, and a few bits we need to finish this build, and obviously we're still only at 20 something as well. For the moment, we'll just keep trundling on. Yeah, that's probably the best. Them. We're not trying to, you know, we're not trying to conserve anything. We're just trying to plough through, build as we go, and then we can start looking for all the right bits of gear. And now we're looking a little bit more pro. We're looking like we know what we're doing. We're looking a little bit more well set up now, so we can really start pushing this this stream forward, I suppose, and offering the help and like stuff that we can offer to other players. And
Got the Grand Reserve.
What'd I tell you? Easy as pie.
you know, we've got to go kill Aurelia, which is going to be a struggle. Well, not going to be a struggle, but it's not going to be the most easiest.
Now we can open the vault. Come meet me and Alistair near the gardens.
So we'll just keep digging in.
Just follow the conveyor system out of that room. You're on your way. That'll take you to the distillery.
And then, you know, we've got multiplayer in the background watching at the moment and sort of helping control the chat and just control what's going on. And he's also good at looking for gear for us as part of our, like, I was going to say like team and stuff, but that just makes it sound like he just obviously is a good friend of the game and good friend of the team, and he also helps me look for gear. And like, for example, if I'm in the middle of playing and I need to search up something, like see where we find it, Multiplayer's always there to kind of help me out and like let me know, you know, or you get it from here, or you need to get it from there, or you can go farm from there, and all that sort of stuff. So that's always a result. So here we go. So what we do is we just quickly open up. Don't like doing this too often because it takes too long opening all these boxes up. That takes forever. So what we do is we try to get up as much as we can, because, you know, I don't like wasting my day opening boxes and everything. I'm just trying to, we're just trying to get the loot and get the gear together.
Step aside, Alistair.
She implores us to stop this.
The last loose end of the Jacob's lock.
You want to
Right, Wainwright, not being funny. We know who you are. You're not very strong. Let's see how much damage we got. Okay, we might use. We might use. Why is it? Okay, I've got a little issue with. I was going to say I have a little issue with my mech then. It didn't want to shoot anything. But that's alright, we'll just use this.
Gunblood for sale! Gunblood for sale!
So obviously she's cold. So don't try and hit her with Cryo, because that's really not going to help you. You want to hit her with fire. Fire is usually the best thing against that. So what we want to do is hit her with fire, and then we'll go on to solve the main part of the story, which will be getting Graveward unlocked. Once we've got Graveward unlocked, once we've got Graveward unlocked, we will do it now. There you go, done. Fairly simple fight, fairly straightforward. She's even dropped us a frozen heart. Well, which we'll take, and then we'll see what else she's got, see if anything's got any sort of... see if anything's got any splash on it, but it doesn't really have any on it.
Thank you, Voltant, for giving her every chance and humoring blinded.
You two gonna live? You got a little charm.
We will survive the trip back to the launch. It's up to you to finish the task, Voltant.
So we're not doing... we're not horrific. We're just not very well set up for it. That's the problem. At this moment in time, I'm really not set up for anything. I've put points in. I've got points where I need them, which is like the most important thing.
Forgive when he gets cranky when he's been shot. Do just try solving the riddles, Vault Hunter.
The first statue is out there on the terrace. You just have to recreate how the subject died.
Right. Here we go.
Once you clear the path to the vault, I will join you with
So
the rest
we are
of the
moving
vault.
on.
That's the founder himself, Singleton Talbot Jacobs. Quite the eye for detail he had, even if it caused him to miss the big picture. Listen to the recording for a hint.
Singleton was keen with tools. He kept a wrench in pocket to finely tune the tool support that caused his sales to rocket. He peered too near at a marksman's gear, and the bullet went right through his socket.
Singleton got held up, and all he cared to do was inspect the bore of the robber's
So
rifle.
we are
That is,
Singleton.
until the robber shot him in the face. Head to the menagerie next.
See, that's what I mean. We do need some weaponry, I say, because all my weaponry is just shot to bits.
Preferred having bars between him and the rest of the world. Was measured his spaghetti on the suspicion that his cook was short noodling him.
Smacked down!
Doll have sent us mail. Not really that interested in the doll mail.
Come get some!
Whoa. To be honest, the shotgun's probably the best thing we've got. So we're definitely going to have to, not necessarily, because obviously weaponry isn't going to matter too much. But we do need to definitely get some better gear. Because we're just, you know, everything's leveling up and we're really quite far behind in the gear stakes.
Yep, old Maddox
Oh, I didn't even do
spent so
anything
much
then.
time
That's good.
looking out the window, he never noticed that his butler was plotting his demise. Got the drum. Final riddle is in the greenhouse.
Kind of use this to kind of protect us a bit. Do 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 do. Just do it. Oh, twist it. That's it. Cool. Let's get out of there. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a lovely,
This greenhouse was installed
what
by
are we
my
hoping?
grandfather.
Yeah, I'm hoping that everyone's having a nice
Jacobs to sell firearms.
Monday,
Someone
not
with
too
a
bad.
mustache. Man of great vision.
We could call it Mayhem Monday.
It was him that made Jacobs into a galactic name, even if it was lining his wallet.
And then I'm thinking, after this one, I think we're going to try a bit sort of like, I'm not really sure to do a playthrough. I want to do a playthrough of maybe a, sure, maybe I'm thinking, crazy as it sounds, I'm thinking a sniper rifle only Zane playthrough or flak playthrough. I mean, I think flak playthrough is probably a little easier because sniper rifles and flak aren't actually a bad combo. Oh, in a minute, I'll stand in the right area.
Solving elaborate puzzles as much as you do. Yes.
Okay, here we go.
I do suppose the heart of an adventurer still beats with
This is going to be the slightly.
Adventurous as hell.
Well, to be honest, actually, it shouldn't be too horrific.
Fry anything and I'll eat it.
Shouldn't be too horrific.
Head to the vault. I will meet you there.
We are going to do a little cheeky move where I am going to use all my mail and bring all my mail in and sell it all to make a bit of money, so we can put a bit of gear on, basically. And yeah, hopefully we should be fairly straightforward.
Outlaws. Bounty. That's all I need to hear. Count me in.
So, Grave War time.
Good, you made it. The fragment, Vault Hunter.
So we're going to go sort Tannis out, sort out the Grave Ward,
I heard someone say once.
the Grave Ward, sort out Grave Ward,
Anyway, there's no
and
time
then
for politics.
basically,
I will assemble the vault key.
well, I don't really sort out Grave Ward, and then maybe we'll try a little bit of DLC 3, maybe? Something along them lines, DLC 3, I think. So, anyway, let's carry on. So, we've now got Grave Ward ready to rumble. Oh, I want some ammo before we even think about going anywhere near him. Nice tracker we've got, miss. So, and also, if you want to go into DLC, a DLC, let's just put it that way. If we want to go into a DLC, we can go into a DLC and not really struggle, and the best DLC to go into for us would be DLC 3 anyway, purely because of the fact that there's guns that just would work for Moze anyway, so those sorts of things would be great. That order. Okay. I wasn't doing anything then. Passive, peace loving. There we go. That was not tricky, but I'm really not keen. Really, we want a Krakatoa or something to be able to just quickly destroy him. We'll just go as best as we can, and we'll hopefully. What are we going to do? Well, we'll just have to hopefully. Oh, we've leveled up, so that's always a good start. So we'll get out the mech. Just because we might as well. We'll get the mech back now. And hopefully. See, this is what I don't like. The mech doesn't want to shoot anything. Okay, this is going to be a longer fight, chat. This is going to be a long fight. Just like I say.
Come kill this turd farmer.
So we'll just try and do it as best as we can with whatever we've got. Which we can do.
Wow, you're amazing.
Okay, cool.
Step to the wrong
Pounce.
ship.
Aw, did you run out of bullets?
Go that way maybe for the mech. So eventually, the aim is, you know, we're going to be doing splash damage and we'll be getting sort of like the better equipment with the splash damage. And we'll be doing just a bit more damage, I suppose. The good thing also is once you sort of like when you first start playing this, you use the mech to sort of get you out of trouble as well. You know? Which at the moment is all we've got. Because we're going to get clumped by a few things, and we're going to get hit by a bit, and we're going to struggle a little. You know, and that's how it is. Unfortunately, there's not much to do about it. We'll get him. Really, what we want is to have. Probably should have fired. I've got a weapon that we could have done with. Could be alright. So we'll go to Sanctuary in a minute, because obviously and then we can at least sort out. Yeah, no, give me gas now. I do apologise, buddy, but we are currently streaming and we will not be inviting anyone to the playthrough. As much as and there we go. So painless, really. We didn't really struggle too much. We didn't have too much of a issue with him. So we're good. And we get a little bit of gear drop. So we'll have a look and see if there's anything that we can, you know, sort of use that might help us out a little bit. Probably not. So we've just got Tannis doing what she needs to do. While Tannis is doing that, we'll just put a point on there.
Excellent, it worked. I told Lilith it would. Sir Hammerlock once told me that when hunting a beast, it's best to deny its sustenance. Starving creatures make mistakes. Now Tyreen Calypso will be unable to derive power from the vault monster.
What the actual dick? Did you just kill the vault monster for
Yeah, we killed it.
Come on! Now there's no point in any of this! I'm so hungry! I guess I don't know, leech a pile of tinks? They're like popcorn shrimp, but more screamy.
You guys really suck. You know that? Totally uncalled for.
We do suck.
It seems we're alone. You may proceed into the vault to collect your loot. Meanwhile,
So,
I will examine the Iridian technology out here.
here we go.
Sell out.
So really what we need to do is I need to go back, Sanctuary, change some gear up, sort my gear out, get some stuff. And then we'll start DLC 3. We're about 30 minutes into the stream, so all going well. We're not going to be streaming for ages tonight anyway. We're not going to be doing a massive stream tonight. Because,
Is indeed connected to the Promethea vault.
yeah, it's going to be...
As well as Pandora, and a fourth vault symbol I do not recognize. Could Tyrene Calypso be telling the truth about the Great Vault? I am concerned. Come out and we will return to Sanctuary together. Lilith will want to hear about this.
We'll just pick up anything anyway, because we can sell it. And then we can start pretty much... What I like to do is I like to sell everything, and then we can kind of start from scratch. Just to kind of help us out a little bit. Which is basically where we want to be. That's the theory anyway. Right. And then let's get ready for it then, because she's about to disappear.
Now, Ty, do it.
Tannis! Ah,
And she's gone. Oh man, when you killed that monster, I was like, shit. But we've got our eye on a bigger prize.
Lilith, the Calypsos just took Tannis.
No,
And that's why.
damn it! Vault Hunter, I need you back on Sanctuary now.
Alright. Not too sure she can be the bossy one, being the fact that I'm the one that does all the bloody work, but hey ho. Vault Hunter that works for basically peanuts. So let's see what's going down. So we're going to call her, well, she will be called Splash Gordon, after obviously Flash Gordon.
Outlaws.
Clues in the
That's all I need to hear. Count me in.
the name. Let's take out all that loot there. And right, let's go sell this bit of gear. What level are we now? 28. So let's just sell everything. Okay. I got rid of a class. I'm sure I just got rid of a class mod as well. No, not that one. What did I get rid of? That's what I got rid of. I'll take that back. Just in case. Like a child. So. See, it's not the greatest, but we've got a tracker, so that's always good. What we really need is some cash, bit of weaponry, and then just to try and help her out a little bit more. So Splash Gordon is what we're called, and let's try and get some. Okay, that's a
Yeah, girl,
horrible
looking
colour. I'm
good.
not having that. Let's go. Skin. Let's go. Let's go that. Let's go colour. Now, if I remember rightly, Flash Gordon wore red and he wore white. Yeah, let's just leave it at that for the minute. I can't be able to mess around too much with it. Right, where are we going? Ah, yes. So what we're going to do is that. We're going to go social. And we're just going to go. Just a quick way of making a quick bit of cash because well, we don't have any. So we sell everything quick, and then what we're going to buy: bit of pistol, bit of shotgun, bit of sub. Okay, no, we're not going to buy anything because we've got 152 grand, so we need to like think about some weaponry. Bladed pistol. It's melee. Nebula could do alright. Does some.
Hi.
Let's go see Lilith quick. So it's definitely quiet tonight. Not too sure.
Should have seen it coming. Exactly what I was afraid of.
Stop talking about Tannis like she's already dead. There's still time.
Incoming transmission.
Of course.
We kidnapped you. It's not gonna happen. What? It's us! Did you get cool masks, right? Pre-order bonus. Time, let's try. So, spoiler, we are crazy close to opening the Great Vault. We found the key, BT dubs, and it is huge! So we need a crap ton of iridium to charge it. You know what that means? Let's drive! And since our followers go ancient every time we maim or murder one of
Player, are you still there?
going up to a vote.
Just that question.
Believe it? Weird Scientist was our most requested murder. Beat out Annoying Robot by just a minute. Damn it! Speaking of murder, Carnivora's getting hungry. Show starting soon, and it's gonna be
Cool.
a killer.
It's quiet tonight. It's very quiet tonight.
They're gonna kill her if we don't do something.
Tannis risked everything to keep Tyrene from getting to that vault monster. She deserves better than dying for the entertainment of two psychopaths. We're going back to Pandora. Vault Hunter, save her. The Calypso's mentioned a Carnivora. Go find Vaughn. I sent him to an old Crimson Raiders outpost in Devil's Razor. He's been monitoring COV movements. He'll know what's going on.
You got this, Vault Hunter, you freaking animal. Go save that science lady.
So okay, we're just gonna go with it. We haven't even got a bloody artifact. That's the only issue. We don't have an artifact. We're level 28. So we could do with actually. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I was just thinking the same thing. I wondered where the boys were, but they might, you know. It's Monday. It's America. God knows what's going on over there. Could be blooming anything. So I'm just going to check my gear just to see if we've got anything that might be able to help us along the way, as it were. Just got a lot of stuff. Just not got a lot of stuff for this character because obviously we don't have low level gear. Because what's the point of having low level gear? Just seeing if there's anything that might be able to. Got 2 level 13 fish slap grenades. Yeah. Oh, it's no biggie. It's not a. Yeah, it's not an end of the world type thing. So we're going. Let's start DLC 3. So that's always a good one to start. And then we can kind of try and build some weaponry up just to get us a bit more.
Have you had a chance to check out my mixtape yet?
Oh no.
Glad to have
Onto the wrong freaking place. No, we don't want to do Zylagos. We don't want to do Zylagos, do we? We don't want to do Zylagos. We just want to go to...
There's too much to do.
Gehenna.
No time to waste when there's a bounty to claim. Better get to the drop pod and head
Right, let's do it. DLC 3, here we come.
I suppose you think you've heard every story in the stars by now. Stories of war, lawlessness, death. After all, can't kick over a rock in this galaxy without finding some blood underneath. That said, this story's bloodier than most. It's about a town. A little scrap of barely anything, holding on for dear life on a rock named Gehenna. Good folk. Mostly. But where there's law, there's people looking to break it. The Devil Riders. Only law they followed was a decree of iron and lead. Now, Gehenna ain't just another hunk of backwater rock. Used to be testing grounds, back when the company ran things. The company dreamed up new weapons of war.
There we go. We don't want to watch that. Multiplayer, are you out? Are you actually out battling? Like, are you out like battling? Yay! Botwood's on. Botwood, how you doing, buddy? How is the Canadian lifestyle? How is Canadian Monday? Thank you very much. I was only asking because I wondered if you fancy coming to Sanctuary, drop me some money so I can just build up my SDUs without having to mess about too much before I got too involved in this mission. So, like, if it would just mean I could quickly upgrade everything. I haven't got weapons, but I can definitely upgrade everything. So yeah, up to you. Before I carry on, please say yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Give me 5. Okay, will it invite me to your sanctuary when you're ready? Well, I'll carry on doing this bit for a minute. Anyway, Botwood, how's life treating you, buddy? How's It's a Monday on a school day, so it was alright. Yeah, fair enough. I understand. Understand.
Easy, Toge. Easy. They don't mean us no harm.
You know what I mean? If I shot her right now and killed her, it would be done. You don't have to worry about this. DLC done.
Yep, here for the bounty. Hope you know what you're in for, Gunslinger. The Devil Riders are tough enough to chew glass and spit sand. And mean enough to
Chew glass and spit sand. That's nice.
You want to make for town. I'm headed that way myself. You can follow me if you like. Come on, Toge.
Come on. You're about to get shot. Haha.
His name's Toge. Loyal as can be. You know, it seems to me we're not so different from the devils, you and I. Let the weak fall so the strong can survive. Sheriff sure stirred up a devil's nest with that bounty. But the way I see things, a man of law should fight his own fights. Hear that? There's devils up ahead. I'll draw them out.
Draw them out.
Well,
Basically, she's going to draw them out, and I'm going to have to kill everything. Not a problem. Are you actually going to do anything, or do I have to kill that one?
may the strong survive!
You've got devils, I've got a mech.
I am impressed. Gunslinger like you could come in handy. But I only ride with the best.
Yeah, that's me. I kick ass. For a living. And business is good.
Is that so? Well, still a ways to town. What'd you find, Toge?
We need to get some weaponry. Basically, we need some weapons.
I need something with a little fighting. Feeding time. Meaning it's them or us. Birds are gonna feed much of you.
Boom. Okay, we're one-shotting stuff with this gun. Is there something that no one's telling me about this gun? So what build is this Mo's going to be? Ah, this is going to be, so we call her Splash Gordon. A little pun on the old Flash Gordon. So she's called Splash Gordon, and it's going to be a splash build. Clue's kind of in the name, so that's basically what we're going for. We're going for a Splash Master with maybe a Minesweeper maybe as well, if you can probably use it between the two, is my theory. And obviously it's another way of explaining to people, you know, that this is kind of Moze, to me, in my opinion, if you were only just starting to play this game, Moze, in my opinion, is the best Vault Hunter you could possibly play as. There is no better. In my opinion, not necessarily the lore, not necessarily the game, but in my opinion, she is the strongest Vault Hunter, as in to start with, because you've got the mech, and as soon as you get this, the rest of it is pretty much self-explanatory. I think personally, but that's just my opinion.
He's no Iron Bear, but he seems like a good companion.
Yeah.
Exactly, no Iron Bear.
Little devil, isn't he? Nice find, Toge.
Oh no, Toge! Do I shoot it? Yeah, let's shoot it, let's mess it up. And then you get in the wreck just to hide, because I don't want to get hurt. There you go, and yes, it's just what I'm saying. I just think if you had to choose a character to start the play off with, there is no, you know, it would be Moze for me personally. Just because of how simple and straightforward she is, really. You know, you've got Splash, you've got Fire, or you just put all your points into the mech, build the mech up, and just tick around with all the rest of it, just to keep yourself, you know. And you've got things like, what have you got? You got like Fire in the Skagden, OP. You can basically build the mech and just make the mech OP as well, and you just don't struggle. I mean, obviously we need to find a Blastmaster mod. That's the important part of the build. I mean, we could farm early for a mod if we wanted to, but at the moment I'll just play from here, and if we get the mod at some point, we'll get the mod.
Catch a devil before it hatches, and you can raise it as your own. And if you're really lucky, it won't take a bite out of you when it's older. Of course, the sheriff made it against the law to raise a devil, but he ain't here. Town ain't far now. I don't live there myself. My pets aren't welcome.
I mean, if we just realised that she was the enemy and we shot her, this DLC would be done. Next.
Old bastard locked the gate to town. Luckily, I've got a key right here. Go on then, gunslinger. Wouldn't want to keep the sheriff waiting.
No, we wouldn't want to keep the sheriff waiting.
I've got to get this egg somewhere safe. I'll see you in town later.
Off she went. Hard as nails, that one. Don't worry, she'll be back in this story soon enough. Vault Hunter moved on. The bounty was calling. Bet you're wondering how I know all this.
Stop
I mean, look, they can't even hit me. So that's what's protecting this town. No wonder it's fallen to pieces. So.
Well, look at you, strutting into my town like you're rough as sandpaper with twice the grit. Let me guess, you're here for the bounty.
Yep. If you're paying, I'm shooting.
Yeah.
Iron Bear needs an undercarriage wax, and that ain't gonna pay for itself.
Hope you're tougher than the last bounty hunters that came through. Sheriff just finished digging their graves. Yeah, cemetery's been getting real crowded lately. Anyway, I'll go and let the sheriff know we got another.
You know, and you got people like you got Titus running this town, looking after this town. Not being funny. Titus is weak as, you know, weak as they come. Oh. So let's go to the saloon and go and see what sort of trouble we can cause.
Perfect place to drink down some local knowledge and get the lay of the land. So figured the vault hunter. Clientele in there didn't take too kindly to outsiders. Not a bad place to air the pool.
Yeah, that's right. And I will mess people up if they get in my way.
Vault hunter made friends with the locals.
Drunk Michael.
The question was how to get the bar's attention.
Okay.
You gonna let him talk to you like that? Keep your damn shirt on, you lout. I got a proper customer here for a change. Sorry about
Oh, multiplayer. Yeah, I'll accept that quickly and then I can get back to this bit. It's not a problem. So what we're doing, we're going. Sorry about the blue screen, everybody. Sorry about the blue screen, but we're just going to quickly fly into multiplayer's game. Just going to drop me some money so I can SDU up a bit. Because it's just quicker. And yeah, it's a little bit more helpful. So we're just going to do that and then we'll go back to DLC 3 and do some more. And see what else we end up doing at some point. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter streamer today because I've got to look after both my children first thing tomorrow, so that's going to be, I've got to be up early. Well, don't have to be up early, but my kids are going to be up early, as guaranteed. So, Botwood, the other thing I was thinking yesterday, while we were playing along and everything, and doing all what we were doing, I take it you've got a 7 cents on your cryo flak. As in, I take it that's what you were rocking a 7 cents at some point, surely. There's multiplayer. So I just accept the trade. And he's going to hook me up. Sweet. That was a Queen's call. Ah! Nice. Let's thank Mighty Player while we're here. Say ta-ta. So I'm going to quit his game and then back in. Ah, well, I was going to say, 7 cents wouldn't be a bad idea for your cryo rack either. I am going to go back out and get one because obviously it only goes to Mayhem anyway, so you don't get it. It's not like anointed or anything. It's just Mayhem 10. But supposedly, I do have it on. I'm sure I had it I might have sold it actually because I might have had it at level 60. But yeah, that might be a good one for hitting crit and getting it like frozen target and stuff for the cryo build. Same as my one. But yeah, it was a theory. But yeah, that was my my theory behind. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll go out and get one. I don't know who it'll be for. Right, let's go to Sanctuary. Go and quickly do the upgradey bit because it's just easier. Why are you not? Okay. Okay, what is going on? Why are you playing up? Thank you. Yeah, I think it will be good. I think it'll be a good gun because obviously there was a few guns I was thinking that might suit it. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think any build in this game you can go fully one flavor. I mean, you can on the Anoint, like, because you can go 50 under 150, but I don't think you can go, like, I'm not even sure whether, like, all nuke weapons would be viable. Because something's always immune. Right, I've got to go punch drunk with him in a minute, so we'll go and do that. Let me just go and quickly do these upgrades, because my friend Mighty so nicely hooked me up. Shotgun. Launcher. Okay, so we've got a launcher in here and launcher and sniper rifle, but to be perfectly honest, we're not going to be too concerned by that. I'm not going to be too concerned about that at all. Would be nice to get cryo weapons with like rad or some elemental. Yeah, I don't know, because like cryo weapons itself would be great, but I just don't think they do enough damage to someone. Like if you were running a complete cryo build and you just had like, I mean, Sentinel cryo is a bit different because it's the anoint that's the cryo part. But if you just went in with like, I don't know, 100 cryo weapons that only had cryo and that was pretty much it, like a consecutive hits but all cryo, I just don't think you'd get. I don't think you'd get the same. You wouldn't be doing the same sort of damage type. That's all I'm thinking. It would be harder to proc damage as opposed to any other way, if you know what I mean. Which is just a bit annoying because I'd love to have done a complete. I tried to do a lovely green monster, not green monster, green goblin Amara build, and it was literally all consecutive hit, but all consecutive hit corrosive stuff, and it just isn't viable. There isn't enough. You can't do enough damage. It's almost like, yeah, but you need to have a little extra, something else to be able to do it. But yeah, what we do is, so my plan is to, yeah, consecutive hits is always a good anoint. That's like the best anoint in the game, personally. because it kind of works for everybody. And then obviously, if you get consecutive hit stuff, the good thing about the consecutive hit stuff is like, I don't understand why all these, are these all going to be level 13? Am I going to have to do main first? Because if they're all going to be level 13, I'm going to be a bit annoyed. I think they are. Right. Okay. This isn't going to work, is it? Because it's all going to be 13. Oh no, I'm dying. Right, what we're going to have to do is...
Now listen up, everyone. Next round's on me.
Okay, that's not going to work because it's going to be at level 13. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it is level 13. I really didn't think about that very well at all. When I was sitting there thinking everything would scale, it hasn't. It's gone to that, hasn't it? It's gone to what you start at. So, let's go out, let's go out, and let's go Pandora, because that's a bit stupid. That was my own fault. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Yeah, but I agree. The best anoint in the game, in my personal opinion, is consecutive hits. Other than the anoints that only work for like certain characters, like 50 under 150, URAD, very, very good as well. You can make fairly viable builds with 50 under 150. I mean, you only need one of two things, a front loader or an artifact, a deathless artifact. So, it kind of works. But they're probably the best two anoints in the game, in my opinion, is 50 under 150 and consecutive hits. Because, like, Sentinel Cryo's great, but obviously Sentinel Cryo's only good for Zane, doesn't work for anybody else. Face Lamb would probably be alright, but it doesn't work for anybody else. So, it kind of... So, that's ruined that kind of thing. So, what we'll have to do is... come here, do what we've got to do, smash through as quickly as we can. So let's just try and see if we can blast some of the first main game. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I just spun around like an absolute lunatic. My pad went a bit silly.
I still have some tricks up my sleeve, but I fear using them would only change the method of my death.
If any of you like Stranger Things, if you go in there, in here, look, this is where the demo's scagging, which is a little nod to Stranger Things spawned from. There they come. And they actually level up to me, so we're going to farm them quickly. I forgot about that they come out what level, because they're like a raid boss. So we want them. So if we can kill one of them, yeah, there's a legendary, cool. Probably a monocle though, it's unfortunate, because they tend to drop from here quite a lot. Just while we're here. Just while we're here. That's got splash on it. What's that? Jaguar? Yeah, we'll take it anyway. There you go, you get a monocle early doors. I mean, you could sit there and you can farm them for quite a while. And, yeah, consecutive hits is good for any... Exactly, I always think it's probably one of the better ones for any Vault Hunter as well. You can kind of get away with, like, you can get away with consecutive hits quite easily, whereas 50 under 150 is probably good as well, but you do need to be, depends on obviously like what Vault Hunter you're you are for 50 under 150. Because obviously, they all kind of have their own. Just want to know which way I'm going quickly. It's like right up there, isn't it? We need to find a car quickly because obviously I've just decided to destroy mine, which didn't really plan out as well as I wanted. That's all. Why are all them at level 2 then? Ah. So what we got? We've got. So that's got a bit of splash on it, but we'll get put the monocle on. That's like it's not good enough at the moment. Right, let's get a car. Let's get some vehicle and let's just try and see where we're heading. What the actual? Right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pom 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 pom.
Like the COV have been busy on Pandora. That's the way to Devil's Razor, but you're gonna have to smash through.
World's greatest roadblock. Not. Bum 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 bum. So yeah, what I was my plans will be to do like a bit of playthrough, then a bit of messing around, like a playthrough, mess around, playthrough, mess around. And obviously, if there's like, you know, people around that are on that have never played this game or they're just starting to play this game and they want some help and they want a bit of tips or a few tips or whatever, we can always help them out at the same time. Is my theory.
Hey, you're back! Reunion! Last time we were all here, I plucked your Firehawk and left her on the ground like a hit-and-run skag. Good times. Oh, and then I totally murdered your siren friend. The blue-haired one? I can't remember her name. I want to say Martha? Meg?
Troy Calypso is a dick.
And now we kidnapped your science nerd, too!
I'm quite going to enjoy the part where we kill him.
Super good at taking your shit. Yeah, your Crimson Thieves Guild is in tatters and splatters and whatnot. Gonna be gone soon. Later, bitches!
If you're hearing this, the job is yours. I don't care who you are. I just need someone to take my jackass on a pappy on a drive round for errands. But mostly just to get him out of my hair.
Yeah, that is pretty much what we do anyway, exactly.
Pick him up.
Exactly. We're going to get that because that's got some better stuff on. Do have a better shield just to try and protect us a little bit more. With just a bit more. But we'll wait. Because at the moment, shield isn't going to be the most important thing. Going older. Vaughn's little pad. Maisie's not doing press ups or something.
Hey, welcome to my new clan, the Pectoral Liberation Alliance. I'm just kidding. Go Crimson Raiders! Remember me, Vaughn?
How could I forget? Those undies are burned into my retinas.
Anyway, I'm glad you came along. It has been hell defending this place since Troy Calypso snatched our turrets with his crazy powers. Love those turrets. Oh, Lilith says you're here to save Tanis. Now, if Carnivora has her, you gotta get a move on.
Who the hell is Carnivora?
Right, guys, I'm just going to go grab myself a drink because, yeah, I'm thirsty. So I'm just going to get myself a drink. I will be back very, very shortly. Give me 2 secs.
Pain and Terror take kill requests non-stop in the name of the Calypsos, and of course high viewer counts. Anyway, I can help you get to Carnivora, but getting in might be a different story.
Vault Hunter, I know I don't need to say this, but we are not losing anyone else.
We'll get her out, Commander. No soldier left behind.
My imminent murder is whipping these cultists into a frenzy. They're delivering iridium by the armful, screaming my name all the way. I had no idea I was so popular amongst the idiot masses. I suppose you never know where flattery's going to come from.
So, you're out there saving the universe and stuff, huh? Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I'm good, though. Just, you know, chilling. Don't you worry about me. I got a belly full of skag meat and a warm place to sleep. What more does a guy need? It's the Bald Hunter! Hunty, huntery, hunter! Yeah! It's hot! Does anyone else think it's really hot today? Oh, it's hot. I was just sweating in the weirdest places.
Guess I should be enjoying this. Ursicor never let me stand around for this long.
How long's it been since I had this cape washed? It's the Bald Hunter! Hunty, huntery, hunter! Yeah!
Right, lads and lasses and anybody else. Right, thanks Vaughn for the chat, but we've had enough listening to you now and looking at your pants. Whoa. Let's do this. So I also like, I have a bit of a thing where I go around. So I don't actually do the missions, but I do go around and collect all the sides and stuff. So then, if I do decide that I'm going to go and clear up and tidy all my little side missions up and things, we do it. Disappointed that there isn't many shield manufacturers like in BL2 with Ladov, Teodor, and even Jacobs. Yeah. Yeah, I do think, because there isn't actually that many shields, is there, in this? If I remember rightly. There isn't actually a lot of shields in the game. And even there's a few shields that you just wouldn't even use. But yeah, because there was like, wasn't one of the best shields in Borderlands 2 Jacobs? I want to say the Rough Rider. Wasn't the Rough Rider Jacobs? I know that one of the shields in BL2 was Jacobs, and it was always a meta shield once upon a time. It might have been meta for
You made it to the Splinterlands. All right, Carnivore should
for
still be
Maya.
nearby. The festival moves around Pandora, setting up wherever there's enough crazies to fill the bleachers. They've been camped out here for a while now, so I guess the sacrifice business must be a booming. You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, Rough Rider was Jacobs. Yeah, I thought it was. But obviously it's not in this, which is quite stupid, really. You know, because the Rough Rider's in this, but not Jacobs. It's like, yeah, that doesn't make any without, you know. I mean, obviously there's reasons for it, because you don't want to put Transformers lad off, exactly. I mean, and obviously there's like reasons for it, because you don't want to put too much loot in the game. But they have made this, this version is more, this version is definitely more weapon based than it is like shield protecting yourself based. That's 155%. Why? That's better. But it is what it is. There's not a lot we can do about it now. But I do wish there was a more shield choice. Because to be perfectly honest, at one point you put on a frickin' transformer and that's pretty much meta. You know, there isn't a mass amount of shields, and even some of the new shields they build aren't that great. I wonder if it's gonna, will it respawn, do you reckon?
Stay in your lane.
Am I actually going in the... yeah. There it is. Whoa. Harsh. Where's that stupid spider? Something about the fuel. There we go. Beautiful. And we've got the hive. Oh, that'll do. So that's a bit of... That's actually quite a result. Hang on, where am I? The good thing about DLC 4 was the plus ultras and the 40 stars and things like that. So at least we had a little bit more in regard. Jesus. But yeah, at least with the DLCs we have had a new, not a mass choice, but we've got a little bit of a selection of. I'll sort out my driving in a second. Malawan even made shields, yeah. What was Malawan's shield? Would have been nice to have seen, not necessarily a B shield, but it would have been nice to have seen something similar. I mean, obviously we've got the one-shot, but I would have enjoyed seeing something like maybe a B-ish sort of shield. But you can't keep everything the same, unfortunately. Otherwise the game becomes Borderlands 2 again.
Hurry up, you idiot!
Right, let's go, Big Donny.
Melt this thing down before somebody tries to take it.
Heck, Donnie, always trying to save his hide. Get that gold car before it melts down.
No sacrifice for me. I'm gonna hawk this thing and get off this planet. Sometimes I think I'm the only one around here with an ounce of sense.
So we are, apart from itching my nose, because I have a... That's better. So we are currently just trying to get Donnie's chop shop sorted. But then obviously what we'll have to do is once we've got this build sort of right together, we need to go out and farm for some splash damage weapons. So that will be where we need to... Haha, Gnome King, how are you, my friend? Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that my good friend, Gnome King, is in the house. Give the guy a follow, hook him up, because he is also a Borderlands 3 streamer, even though sometimes you will find him traitoring and playing other games. Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, you will find him sometimes playing games that aren't Borderlands 3, because, I don't know, he misspells or he's got dyslexia or something. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but he is good fun. Traitoring. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. Traitoring. You sit there and I still caught you playing Flumin' Among Us. Don't you deny it. But yeah, go give the guy a follow because he is actually a very, very good Borderlands 3 streamer. And he makes quite interesting build content. And he has a great flat build that runs around with a plague bearer as well, which I quite enjoy. So, please give the guy a follow. If you could. Yeah. Gnome King, traitoring. You were playing Among Us, not Borderlands 3. I'm pretty sure you were not streaming Borderlands 3. But yeah, don't forget everyone, just to give him a follow, because I love him. And then, when we do crossplay, you will get to see the Gnome King and I playing alongside each other, as we have both promised that it is going to happen. And yeah, it's gonna be entertaining. But yeah, we're just waiting for that day when the crossplay comes in. Or it's either that, or we convince Gnome King to sell his PC and purchase himself a console. Pre-sequel, nice, nice. Actually, funnily enough, I was talking to offline. I was talking to Mighty Player today, and we were talking about the Borderlands 2. Actually, is what I was talking about, and maybe every now and again, just as a little break, we might stream a little bit of BL2, just for some fun and frolics and stuff. 'Cause I actually do have, I think I've got I've got one of every character at level 80. Pre-sequel, I was never a massive fan of the pre-sequel. Got my new rig no PlayStation in my future. Well, that's alright anyway, because Gnome King, you know we've got crossplay now to look forward to, so hopefully your lovely new setup and my PS5 will be able to collab, and maybe we'll be able to joint stream if our schedules don't, if we can sort of like arrange to do it in between our lives. Maybe we can like hook up and maybe run a dual stream maybe. It would be quite funny. And I definitely would, you know, I definitely will be looking to get myself out there a little bit more with PC streamers and stuff like that, just to sort of like make people more aware of that, you know, not everybody that plays on console or not everybody that plays on PS4 or, you know, or on PC are all arseholes. We don't, you know, we all kind of stick together, if you know what I mean, and do it more for the community as opposed to doing it just because, you know, separate things. Okay, where's your car keys? Oh, Donnie, where have you put them? Have they gone over the edge? No. Oh. I think we've lost Donnie's car keys, which is not a good thing. Son of a bitch. Oh, nice one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gnome King. Yeah, well, you know, it is a bit of a niche market, and I am competing alongside people like, you know, like Jolts is streaming at the moment, and let's be honest, that's like a very big... I can't believe I've lost his keys. I don't know what to do with his keys. Yeah, and unfortunately, when you've got people like Jolt's sort of streaming as well, and he streams to like 1,800 people a stream and things like that, it's not always the easiest person to compete with. But as we've said, and as I've said in the past, I'm not here to compete with anybody. I'm just here to have fun and just to stream what I want to stream when I want to stream. Yeah, I'm going to have to save and quit. I'm going to have to. I haven't got a choice. as much as it annoys me. But yeah, we're not here to compete. I'm not here to compete with anybody, to be perfectly honest. I'm just here to put out a fairly decent bit of content, have a bit of fun doing it, and if it gets me more people to follow, then that's good. If it doesn't, oh well, what can I do? I can't change people's mentalities. I can't make people I can't make people love me, unfortunately. I am the Messiah though, so pretty much they frickin' well should. You know, if more people worshipped me. Imagine if you got hosted by Jolts. Good to see you got your cam up and running. Yeah, exactly. I thought it would be cool to get a cam up and running and just all that sort of stuff, and it would be quite cool to be hosted by someone like Jolts, yes. But I have had this conversation before. I just don't think the big streamers, as it were, mess with the small fries, as it were, because why would they? They kind of just punch into each other as opposed to little old us. But I'm quite happy with doing what I do. It works. We like it. We have fun. If we have a little 4-man, 5-man, 6-man, 7-man community, then that's all well and good. So be it. If I have 2 viewers or 22 viewers, I'm going to continue to put out the same content regardless. Nothing's, you know what I mean? Nothing's going to stop what we do. Nothing's going to stop what we're aiming to achieve. Nothing's going to stop how we do it. And like I said before, if I can help people like Hacks out with looking after new players and new content players, and even anybody that wants help with builds or with runs and things, if we can give them a hand, then we'll try and do that at the same time. Yeah, exactly, and everyone starts that small, exactly. And I'm not trying to be. I can't put the same sort of time and effort into this as everybody else does. I've got small kids, older kids. I've got a job. Streaming's just my hobby, and it's kind of a good excuse to play computer games. Let's be honest. And yeah, I'm not gonna hold anything against people like Jolts. I'm not gonna hold anything against people like Killer 6 or all of them guys. Yeah, kids job, wife, pets. And I'm about to build a freaking extension on the house. So I've got plenty of things to keep me occupied at the moment. And then I thought, oh, let's go and have a bit of streaming fun and all that sort of stuff as well. Because, you know, like I'm not busy enough. So. But yeah, we'll continue to put out some good content, and we'll continue to put out the same content as we always have done. Oh look, there's his keys. They weren't there before, I can assure you. Yeah, it probably does, but to be honest, all I actually want, if you really want to know the truth, and I will tell you the truth, I just want one thing, and all I want is one thing. I've had, you know, streamers acknowledge me because Gnome King streams, Gnome King, yeah, stress relief and relaxation, exactly. But you know, I've had other streamers acknowledge my existence, which I think is very cool. Number one, Gnome King. Number two, let's not forget the man who actually got me affiliated in the first place, because his community is just so freaking good, and that's Hacks. Obviously, I owe a lot to him. I mean, I have no doubt that I would have got there anyway, but he helped push, and then obviously to then offer me a role on his stream team. Bearing in mind, you know, by the time I come off, usually Hacks is only just going on, and Hacks is very good people. He is ridiculously good people. And then to put me on his stream team, like trying to help other people out and all that lot, because he knows that That's kind of what I stand for, is trying to help bring this game to the same community spirit as the original like Borderlands 2 communities and things like that. I'm going to try and kill this again because it was fun killing it last time. And yeah, and if we can do that, that's an even bigger bonus. But the one thing I really, really, really want, and it's all I've ever wanted, actually two things, there's probably two things now. I'm going to be greedy because I can. I want Triple G to acknowledge me, because I do believe that myself and Triple G are slightly similar looking, as Hax has pointed out, and a few other streamers have pointed out, and a few other people that have seen my stream have pointed out that me and Triple G are of similar ilk. But the pinnacle and the pièce de résistance would be for Killer 6 just to give me a shout out. That's all I care about. For Killer 6 to just give me a little shout out and just let people know that I'm here, because he's the guy that kind of I started watching play Borderlands when I started playing Borderlands, so it kind of would be quite fitting. And he reminds me of, you know, what everybody, obviously he's turned it, I don't know, I just got out, he turned it into a bit of a profession, and he's very clever at what he does and everything else, but he's also quite funny and he makes me chuckle, and I just think that that would be, for me, that would be the pinnacle of my streaming, to be honest. Yeah, see, he was the first streamer I come across. Morning After Kill, K6, and you know, oh man, and like those sort of ilk. And then obviously Jolts came along and people like that as well. But yeah, K6 is definitely one of the first big names that I came across. Tubby Tuesdays, yeah, exactly. K6, yeah, exactly. He's just funny, and then he gets his wife involved, and he gets his little kiddie involved, and he's just turned something that everyone would just turn around and go, "You absolute geek, complete nerd, whatever." But he's actually turned all of that into a career, I suppose. For him, I think it is now become a career, but I just think, yeah, that would be my pinnacle. Triple G, purely because me and Triple G supposedly look similar, and the other reason why I wouldn't mind it from Triple G is because he's English. Obviously, I'm English, and I have a lot of respect for English streamers, because without, please don't take this the wrong way, anybody that comes from anywhere else, but I do find that there are more American content creators and all that sort of stuff, and people like Triple G, Lazy Data, people like that are English, and I believe that, you know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm like this pro-Brit or anything, but I should support my fellow Brits, and people like Lazy Data and people like that make a ridiculous amount of good content. Lazy Data, some of Lazy Data's builds are very cool. Oh, we're going down a bit easy. We might have to go and purchase a decent shield at some point. So yeah, they would be the icing on the cake. Luke Tink, stop. Oh, flipping do that to me. Drop a shield, Luke Tink, drop a shield, drop a shield. Or not. Right, anything alive still, that's going to just drop me because I need to kill. Thank you. Oh no, there is actually one there. It's like my biggest thing of being shot in the back every time. Alright, here we go. Loot tank. What do we get? Hey! Yeah, see, I think there's more. I think there is more. But, yeah, there isn't as many, I don't think. And then obviously you've got the boys that are like, that do it week in, week out. Like you've got Moxie and you've got Six and you've got like all of those guys as well. Yeah, see, Yoti Slayer I used to watch as well. Yoti Slayer I used to watch. I remember the, I think it wasn't, I don't think it was a long, before, or I think it wasn't that long ago that I watched Killer Six's video after Yoti Slayer's passing. And yeah, he got proper cut up about that. That was quite sad. It's nice that Gnome King only knows me, Lazy, and Triple G. That makes me actually sound like actually makes me sound quite high up in the stakes. I'm like here, even though I'm not here. I'm not that high. I'm like over there somewhere. Like they're up there, and I'm over that way a lot. Right, we're gonna go do this quickly because this is just easy. It's quick content, quick XP or whatever.
Very complicated. Pick the right answer before the other guy, or you get zapped. Got it? Doesn't matter. Let's go.
Yeah, get some. Let's do some friggin' trivia. For the
Okay, I'm hacking into the show's systems now.
So we've got about half an hour left of tonight's stream because one is obviously up early with the children's in the morning, so one needs to be kind of a bit more switched on. And then tomorrow we'll do a bit more of a proper stream, as I call it. But it was also quite good to be able to get the camera up and running and everything as well, and get all the sort of like the effort put into making this work better and all that sort of stuff. So.
Is it Handsome Jack or Troy Calypso?
Oh, it's Troy Calypso, but we don't really want to have to press it. Coffee's always good. Coffee is always good, no? Coffee is always good. What we got? What's the blue?
This party's picking up.
Chucker, we'll take it.
Next up, I know the answer to this one. Who has the sexiest, most sculpted abs in the galaxy? Come on, you know this one. Is it me? Is it this guy? Is he doing it now? Yeah, get it, son.
Thought I had that one.
She's noticing me.
No worries, it's fine. We'll get it back.
Who's the most powerful siren and also our savior and image of perfection in every way? Oh boy.
So that would be. Thank you, Botwood. It kind of, to be honest, it only cost me £33, which is probably about $40 in US. So I managed to pick it up on eBay because I didn't really want to go out and buy a brand. The problem is the PS4 have a massive monopoly over. Why are you not letting me? The PS4 have like a massive monopoly over their camera because you can't just put a camera on this, obviously, unless I do it through PC. But obviously, when I did it, my capture card broke, which didn't really help. It looks alright. I mean, you can see. What can you see? You can see me, obviously, and you can see my elder children's magic bed. And it just hooks onto my TV. It's just literally on the very top of my TV. We did test the camera. It's got a microphone, but the microphone is not very good. And unfortunately, I can't use my headphones with the microphone because it can't work both. So if my headphones are on, it cuts the microphone off, which is not a bad thing because honestly, it just echoes like a bitch. And I prefer my headphones anyway. I mean, I only ever have one on. As you can see, the other one's tucked behind my head. So in case I need to hear my wife or hear the babies. But yeah, I mean, I don't have no fancy computer chair. I am actually sitting in on a little garden chair because, as I said, my computer chair we got rid of, and we are currently about to build an extension. So I don't want to. Is that done? That's not done, is it? That's not mission is not finished. Check on Quinn. Go to Athena. Kill the paratroopers. Find Terry. Why? That's not right, is it? But yeah, hence the reason why in the background you can see my hoodie, because that's my hoodie resting on my pillows. Because sometimes if we're in here watching a bit of telly, I lay on this is my daughter's bed when she stays, and then up on the top is my son's bed when he stays. That's my wife. Um, 10 out of 10 for the start with the garden chair alone. Exactly. I mean, I am sitting in like a little chair. It's got a couple of little cushions on it and everything just to help me, you know. It just helps me stay sort of half comfy. Why not? Oh, that's why. Wonder. Maybe I have done it then. But yeah, it's just how I roll now. I don't, you know. It is literally just how I roll. I don't mess. You know. You don't need to see me with all this fancy gear. It doesn't make no difference. As I've said, you know, look at people like coffee is good, nice. Look at people like Jolts. I mean, there's a guy that's made loads of good content, and you never get to see his face. I mean, that's not bad going at all, is it? I mean, for a guy who literally plays a computer game. And he even says that he's not a gamer, which makes me chuckle, because literally he only plays Borderlands. Which, if you think about it, is absolute crazy. But to be perfectly honest, in all fairness, that's pretty much all I play. Did think about maybe streaming a little bit of Monster Hunter and just letting people see how bad I am at it. But, you know, that's a long way away. We'll take that, because that might help us in the long run. Before we get the Blast Master, obviously. I really should see what weapons I've got as well, because I'm pretty sure that some of the other ones could help me out a bit. But yeah, this is kind of how I roll. I've got, you know, I am all about the luxury. You know, I am tucked away in my elder children's room, which is pretty much where we do all of our. This is where my PS4 is. It's where all my stuff is really. It's like all my Blu-rays are up here and in there. This is like my little bit of sanctuary, I suppose. If I ever need a little, or me and my wife just decide that we want to watch a film or something, we come up here and it's like a bit more of a snug, I suppose. Yeah, we're not going to get through that, are we? Much as it pains me. Oh, I'd already chosen to go in the mech as well. Not that matters. But yeah, the room itself is like surrounded in basically, there's like Volkswagen campers. So I don't know if you guys know what a Volkswagen camper is, if you, but they're basically a very cool car that I love and am in love with. So yeah, there's like Volkswagen campers everywhere. There's a couple of drawings that I've done on the walls. There's an astronomical amount of Beatles merchandise because I am a huge Beatles fan. Which anybody that knows me will tell you. Oh, like, you know, I am a massive Beatles fan. And have been pretty much all my life. So they could do that. So, yeah, and then there's like, what else is there? Spare headphones, spare control pads. And then I have like this amazing hat collection where I've just got like hundreds of hats. Baseball caps and me are kind of like best friends. I would have got married in one if I was allowed.
Freaking multi-kill, yeah! Come here and give me your ear.
So we are currently about to get ready for, I'm just going to put him there. Get ready for Carnivora now, I suppose. Or mech's down. Nice. There we go.
Vault Hunter, the stream just cut off. What's happening down there?
Wasn't me, but anything that delays them is good news.
Sorry for that, folks. Just a few technical difficulties on
Right.
our end. Some must have hanged themselves from the antenna again. But terrorists
There we go. Let's do the Carnivora.
two glorious deaths away from our grand sacrifice.
Hat collection of some kind. Yeah. Yeah, I've got like my wife, so for our anniversary, for our honeymoon, we went to New York, and I like shopping quite a lot, so we went to like the big New Era stores that do all the baseball caps. Then I went to Yankee store and things like that, and we're getting, I think I've got like 5 different coloured Yankees hats and stuff like that, and all sorts of crazy stuff. And yeah, I do have developed quite a big, I think when we came back, I had something stupid like
Tannis
I think I came back with 7 baseball caps. I think when we went on honeymoon, and it's kind of got worse. I think she gets me a new one every year. It's quite cool. So now we need to chase down the Vora of the Khan. Take out all of these. So let's go for the runners first, because Carnivora just keeps going around in a circle, so Carnivora is fairly straightforward. So we'll head to Carnivora. And maybe, if we're lucky, we might get decent things drop and stuff from playing it, and then when we go Agonizer, hopefully we'll get something decent drop from there. Because we don't really need to do too much. I mean, we just want to try and smash through this content so we can do DLCs, but when you do the DLCs, obviously you can do them at Mayhem level, so it scales, and therefore leveling up will be easier. Because I think, if I remember rightly, you only get to about, I'm sure it's like something stupid like 34 or 35, maybe 40 I think, by the time you've done endgame, which obviously is 25 levels short of 25 levels short of like end, and I'm pretty sure you can get sort of roughly about 5 levels ish a DLC. Well, there's 4 DLCs, that's still only going to leave us like 5 levels short, but it should be about right.
Typical vault thief behavior. If you can't win, drag them down with you.
Where was that other one? Oh, he's gone. Good. Let's go. So yeah, basically we're going to try our hardest to put on a decent stream, decent performance, without the joys of having all the extra bits and bobs with a PC, basically, because unfortunately the capture card and my laptop don't seem to want to work in harmony anymore, and the laptop doesn't even recognise the capture card, which isn't a good thing. So we'll just have to maintain with peers. And just remember, try not to blue screen too much and all that sort of stuff. So, because that kind of makes it a little bit worse if you blue screen. There we go. So we should have 2 cars drop. There's one. And if you hit it as hard as you can before, there you go, before it does a bunk, then theoretically we should be able to do the damage that we need without having to go too far. This one's going to actually make me chase it. Which kind of is a bit annoying because you have to drive around. Every side mission and ended up at 57 at Tyrene. Nice. Yeah, that's good. That is good. See, I like to do this. Is the best way to do it for me personally. Is if you do this first, get the M10, get the Mayhem modifier, do Mayhem 1, because you don't need to go Mayhem 10 straight away, obviously. So you do Mayhem 1, and obviously everything scales to you, and then you can play DLCs at Mayhem 1. Or you can just try and farm something hard and fast. So you could do, I don't know, Slaughter Shaft maybe, if you wanted to. And just drill the Slaughter Shaft. You know, get a friend of yours to come into the Slaughter Shaft with you. And who's obviously M10. And do it that way if you wanted to as well. Or you could do the Scrap Traps at DLC 1. If you wanted to help you level up quicker. Or you can just grind. I like both because I like the storylines in all of them. You know, and they kind of are good. No problem, Tome King, no problem. You go and do your laundry. Dad life. I mean, got to do what's important. Alright. Can we swap the shield yet? No. How far are we from 30? We need to get some leveling up doing. Okay, well we can try hardest. At least we know. At least we know, thanks to our good friend Mighty, that we know we can try and level up as quick as possible. And we've got ammo to plenty because obviously we're a little bit. Mighty Player did the good thing and lent us some cash. Well, I say lent us, he gave me cash because he didn't get it back. We'll just say he's invested in a project. And the project that he's invested in is Splash Gordon. So, as obviously she's called Splash Gordon, so she's related to Flash Gordon. I'm pretty sure his is white with red, so we're gonna jazz her up a little bit and make her look cool. Really, what we really want to try and do is not spend too much time fighting. As silly as that sounds, it will get me killed. Because my shield is a bit weak, I need to get to sort of like level 30. And then I've got a new shield, which will help us out a little bit. We might even be able to get a class mod from Carnivora if we're lucky, from Agonizer. That would be flipping lovely. So hopefully we'll get to Carnivora, and then that'll be sort of like the end of my string for tonight, I would have thought. That's where we're going to leave it, and then we'll get back to her again tomorrow, because we need to kind of get some bits done. And because obviously the stream will be longer tomorrow, because we're going to do a longer stream tomorrow night, we'll do a bit of both. We'll bring in some new... Might even bring in Yellow Snow, because he's looking strong again, as I've managed to fix him, I think. Where we were losing out a little bit. No, why am I down again? Sons of bitches. Sod off. We definitely need a new shield, guys. There is definitely... The other thing people need to kind of try and learn in this is to build sort of classes that like work across the board, like knowing where to build and like what to build first, because some people put all of their points in one side and before they know it they're kind of scuppered because they've stitched themselves up and they're going down all the time. I try and build it a little bit more evenly, even though I say I've done it evenly. I mean, we have gone pretty much full blue tree and nothing else, so that's not very even at all at the moment. But normally if I build a build that I'm actually considering sort of working on a little bit more, if I'm building it, I do tend to I do tend to try and build it a bit more averaged, like across the whole grand scheme of everything. So the question is going to be, what do we do with the mech to destroy Agonizer? Because we're going to rely on a mech for a lot of damage. 110% we're going to be relying on the mech for damage. So it would be nice to like sort of work out what we're going to use. I'm wondering if to use a V35s and go sort of maybe homing missiles. I'll try that, sort of the target softening ones.
If I die, I need you to take care of some unfinished business for me. First, there is a signed poster of Typhon de Leon in my room on Sanctuary. Give it to Lilith. Second, I have a database of compromising information on rival scientists. Please release it all onto the EchoNet. And third...
Hey, science lady! Looks like you're about to fall asleep. You don't want to miss your big moment. Terror.
Kill these sons of bitches!
That might be a little bit better. That might actually help us out a little bit. That'll also get us through a few mobbing areas, which can kind of... Hey! Pros is in. Pros is in the Jesus. Evening, Pros. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see ya. Thanks for popping in. Oh, I didn't know you could attack me. Thank God for the easy target. Man, we need a better shield. Hands down, we need a better shield. And to level up. With some shields and stuff. Nice to see you, Pros. How you doing, buddy? Anyway, how is your Canadian Monday going? Is it going good? Cool. Okay, that's it. I've had enough. Let's go there. Get him out. Destroy this freaking psycho. Okay. Got a freaking robot coming up against you. Just back from work. About to have some chili cheese fries and a chicken burger. Nice. Okay, so 2 hours in today. Pros is late as well, that's why. Normally the food hour, sponsored by Pros and Botwood. Normally we tend to have it a little earlier, but Pros is a little bit late in, so hence the reason why we're now already on the chat of what Pros is eating, and then Botwood's going to get hungry, and then Botwood's going to mention food to me, and ooh, I'd give it, put nukes on more damage. I could do, couldn't I, actually? Okay. So we are currently eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch up, workout. So how's the Monday so far? Yeah, it's good. It's going really well. It's going really well. We're just having a bit of fun. Trying to do this playthrough. And chilling to this bit of gangster music we're playing. So, here we go. So, we are going to destroy Pain and Terror. Hopefully.
Peekaboo, Vault Thief! Viewers, comment on the stream and tell us how you want the Vault Thief to die. Your moderators stand by. Who's hungry for some barbecue? My popular man, the winner!
Oh, I feel like I'm on Ninja Warrior.
Now accepting all contenders instead. You've got to be kidding me. Now, get in there and show the Vault Thief how sharp your teeth are.
I do feel this isn't doing as much
Time to
damage as it should be.
the tenderizer.
Yeah, it's not what I would want to do. I managed to pull a second wind out somewhere. God knows where that was from.
Hey pal, I'll check your money, but that's just unprofessional.
Got that from somewhere.
Okay, break's over. We're all in. Terror, hit everybody.
Alright, here we go.
By popular demand, it's the Mega Wonder.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Almost. Almost.
All eyes on you, Vault Thief.
Almost. Almost. There we go, there we go. Now we're done. Iron Bear shoots into the middle unless he goes. Now nuking the absolute living daylights out of it.
Vault Hunter, destroy that core.
So here we go. Core time.
This isn't over. Terror, hit them directly.
Oh, okay. What we've got to do is we've got to use the core, but I forgot that I didn't actually load
I
my
don't
weapon.
care. Just do it.
You know what's going to happen. Thank God for that. That was a pretty close call, I'm not going to lie. Oh, and there you go. That's the joys of that. We don't even have a frickin' decent way of gear, but hey ho. No class mod, nothing.
Go ahead, make your observation.
So,
But we do get
your secret siren?
to
Yes.
that point, so
That is
that's
how
always
I
good.
speaking in your head and charging the vault keys. As for my particular powers, I'm able to manipulate machines and anything else with a current. It is known as phase shifting. You could call it a gift from a guardian angel. I had intended to keep this a secret.
So we go a bit of incendiary.
But let's lay plans, robotic murder machine. Well, you were there. And now the whole galaxy knows. I'm a star. See you back aboard Sanctuary, Vault Hunter. Oh, and thank you for the rescue.
You're welcome. Right, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise for having to cut my stream a little short, but as I've pointed out, we have the baby, so we need to go and prep ourselves ready for tomorrow morning, because obviously my babies will be up and about. So all I want to say is just thanks for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. It's very cool that you guys all follow and you you get involved in my content and you get involved in what we do. And until tomorrow, we will be on around the same sort of time, about 7 o'clock GMT, so my time. And yeah, we'll be sort of here, ready to do some more, cause some more mayhem, get involved in some more trouble. So thank you for watching. Thank you for following and everything. And yeah, until tomorrow, stay safe, take care, look after yourselves, and just please, 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 don't forget, same time tomorrow. Peace. Take care, everybody.